Hey, this is Pastor James coming to you with a midweek message to give you some encouragement and also some big announcements of things that are happening in the next couple of months as we launch into this fall 2022, where God has some incredible things in store for us. You can only imagine the amazing stories that we're going to get to tell. Now, the first thing I'd like to share with you is this simple idea that it's really easy to forget how good we've got it. It's so easy to let one bad thing happen in your life and then have it overshadow a whole entire week or even a month of good things. Our minds are just wired. Perhaps it's out of self-defense, or maybe we're just designed that way so that we can be cautious and protect ourselves. But for some reason, we are really, really capable of forgetting how good things are and how great things are, even when the slightest bad thing happens. So my question for you is this simple one. When was the last time that you really soaked in? You just felt like you were soaking in the truth of God's profound majesty in your life. When was the last time that you looked at the mountains or you looked at the trees? You just reflected even on the ocean and how big and vast it is and the creatures that are in the ocean. When was the last time you just allowed yourself to rest in the majesty of who God is? Now, Scripture provides a great example for us in the Psalms. This is in Psalm 36. It says, "But your loyal love, Lord," now think about the love of God, "extends to the skies." Think how big that is. "Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Your righteousness," it says, "is like the strongest or like the mighty mountains." The Scripture has been sung so many times. Your justice, God, is like the deepest sea." And then it goes on to say, "Lord, you save both the humans and the animals." And then finishes with this little beautiful piece that says, "Your faithfulness and your faithful love is priceless, God. Humanity finds refuge in the shadow of your wings." Not just one person, but all of humanity finds refuge in the shadow of God's wings. So here's the encouragement, that we should find encouragement and peace by reflecting on God's abundance. Take time to just think about how big God is, how vast God's love is, and that God is there for you all the time, with you and within you. So the very peace and majesty of God is not just something you'll find in a mountain, but it's something that you can find right next to you, right within your heart, within your soul, within your mind, all the time, because that's where God is. So I pray that you would do this and you'd find some encouragement, and that you'd revisit these conversations as we feature them on the app. If you want to go back to it, check those out, and along with a bunch of other announcements that we have and all the signups we talk about, all the groups that are open right now, and even the closed groups, small groups at Highlands Church are featured on the app. So check those out. Now, these are the big ones that I want you to focus on, and help me and the team here and the leadership board to share the word and the good news about, because these are really big for the life of Highlands, and they have actual practical implications on our youth. They have practical implications on our ministry to the homeless or to the migrants or the different people throughout our community, grief, widows, orphans, you name it. Everybody gets impacted by this amazing fundraiser that we had last year at Barrel House Brewery. We're having it there again by the generosity of Barrel House. We're so thankful for that. We're going to be having it on September 25th. It's a Sunday evening, and it is an amazing night. We like to call it a night of generosity. There is going to be fun things like raffles, and there's going to be a vision cast of what God has done and what we hope God will do in and through us to bring peace and abundance and encouragement to our community, the kind that lasts forever. So please, please, please save the date for the Therefore fundraiser, and please possibly buy a whole table. There's a few tables that you can get if you want a whole table for you and your guests. Check it out. It's a really good time. The other thing that I want you to check out is this student ministry launch on August 31st. We are moving all of our middle school and high school groups to Wednesday evenings. And so they start at 6:30 p.m. We have an amazing team of leaders that have supported this and have gathered here at the church to prepare for it. There were 11 of these leaders here at the church yesterday, planning out the fall and helping to make sure that it's going to be the best student ministries we've had at Highlands Church. And we know that's only going to happen because of the great students that you guys are going to encourage to come and check it out. So again, share the word Our student ministry launch is on August 31st. That's this coming Wednesday. It's going to be here at the church for middle schoolers and high schoolers at 6:30 p.m. So check that on the app too. And then, of course, we have amazing opportunities to serve here at Highlands. So please share with your neighbors, friends, anybody that you see that might be inspired by an opportunity to serve in the church. Who knows? It could be the beginning of a whole entire career for them and a lifetime of service. I personally have found that working in the church and working as a part of God's work in this world has been the greatest privilege I could have ever imagined. And I know that there's other people who would feel the same if they had just the opportunity. Guess what? Highlands has those opportunities now, and we'd love to walk through that period of discernment with people to see if it's right for them. So please send them our way, and we would love to talk to them, maybe it's even you, about this opportunity to serve with all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul, and all of your strength as a staff member at a church. So check it out. And then, of course, please let us know if there's anything we can pray for you or lift you up. We are here for you every step of the way, and we love you. We can't wait to see you for this incredible series as we continue it with Take Care, and to hear about how you're using your Take Care cards. If you were at church on Sunday, you heard about how we're using those Take Care cards to bless the people in our community in as many ways as we can, and to see what God does next. God bless.